What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Armchair GM Sports Network, and welcome back to the NHL GM Mode commentary series with the Seattle Kraken. I know it's been forever since I've done a video, and we've been taking a little bit of a break here on the network, so I'm going to hopefully get back to some gaming content soon. Just bear with us as we work things out, but I'm here to do some more GM Mode commentary stuff here with the Seattle Kraken. I think I remember where we're at. I think we are going for a #1 sniper. Who am I kidding? I looked at the last video. I know where we are. We are at the 2022-2023 season, off season to be exact. Here to look for our #1 sniper. And I've gone ahead and pre-scouted somebody, and I think he's going to work out for the team. I went and pre-scouted who the #1 sniper will be, and it'll be Brock Besser, who is currently in RFA, so we'll trade for his rights and then sign him. So let's see what we can do for Mr. Besser. So we'll get him from the Vancouver Canucks. Who do they want from us? Not giving them any of them. Stanika kind of want to keep. Strome want to keep. Pedersen. Yonkman, I believe, who we just drafted. Yeah, won't be trading him. Radulov. When did we take Radulov? 2022. I kind of want to keep Radulov. Teperainen for sure I'd be willing to throw in there. Kvapel or Vabel. What do we got? Offensive defenseman. 18 years old. 70 overall. Kind of want to wait on him. We do have Eklund, who is down in the AHL. William Eklund, two-way forward. Okay, I wouldn't mind throwing in a William Eklund. So we have that so far. Who else? Nobody else here. So Teperainen and Eklund so far. So let's just go to all skaters and see what we have to give up for Mr. Besser. I don't think there's anybody else we can add to this trade. Dermott actually was another one who we totally forgot was even on the team. As for unsigned guys, doesn't look like anybody else with too much value. So, because we were taking a sniper, kind of want to hold off from giving draft picks. Let's see where we're at first with trade value. Kind of looks like it'll go through. I don't want to add anything on their part since we are taking one of their medium elite talent. We're giving them 2 medium top 6 guys here with Travis Dermott. So I think that should be enough to go through. And I think it looks fair on paper. So they're getting 2 prospects, medium top 6 prospects, and a medium top 4 defenseman for only 1 year at 3.7. So I think it's a fair enough deal. So let's send the trade through, see what happens. Is Brock Besser a member of the team? No. Okay, so rejected. So that definitely wasn't enough. We can try maybe a 3rd for next year if we add that in. Would that help out this deal? Sweeten just a touch. So we are very close. So a 3rd from this year and the year after. How about a 4th round pick? So a 3rd and a 4th. I think that's fair enough. And it is. We get Mr. Besser on the team. Our now #1 sniper. First line sniper to be exact. So it's time to pay the man. So I really hope he doesn't want too much. Coming off a $6.8 million contract. I'm going to assume he's probably going to ask for anywhere between 8.5 and 9. And I'm comfortable with giving him that. So I need to go to RFAs. There he is. What is he asking for? Oh, baby. Okay, so that's way more than I thought. All right, so if we go up to, it goes up to 11 million at the 7-year mark. So he's 26. I'm comfortable giving him like a 5-year deal at like 9 mil, 5 years for 9 mil. I think that's fair enough. So 5 years, $9 million. Or, or maybe 6 years. Yeah, let's try do 6. 6 puts it at 32 years old, $9 million. I think I like that. Yeah, let's do 6 years, $9 million. See if that works out for Mr. Besser. Hopefully he accepts it here. We didn't need to go after anyone else in free agency, so let me just advance the day to get Besser signed. We got Yves Mathieu. I forget which. Oh, this is the head coach. Yes, this is the head coach I think we were looking at signing, I'm pretty sure. God, I should have watched the whole video in the last one. Coaching staff. It's been a while, so when I don't put content out, I forget. So I'm pretty sure Mathieu was the one that we for sure wanted as our head coach because he worked a lot with a lot of people. Yeah. We did need to get a goalie coach. I'm wondering if we sent offers out, so let me just advance a few days here. New, I do not want to trade with the Colorado Avalanche. Let me just make sure the trading block is cleared so we don't get any more trade offers. Oh, no, I didn't clear it all. Oh, boy. I'm hitting A too many times. That's all right. Hoping it doesn't come through again. Oh, we got Wenberg. Okay, I thought it was Besser, but we got Wenberg back on the team for 1 more year. And then we'll see if we can replace him in next year's offseason. Thank you, Wenberg, for accepting that contract. Yep, I'm going to have to clear this out or else we're going to get in. We're going to get offers. It's going to be nonstop. I'm not trading Darnell Nurse. You guys can take a hike. And Besser signed. Nope, not yet. This day. Brock Besser signs 6 years, $9 million per. I believe this sign will be good for myself and the franchise. Yes, we think so too, Mr. Besser. Now, can we see his line chemistry yet? I don't believe so. No, we cannot. But his favorite coach is Mathieu, which is a good sign. So I think Besser will be a great addition for us, guys, just to give you an idea of what we're getting out of him. Last year, he had about 31 goals, so it looks like a pretty big year for him with Vancouver. Only 16 year before that, but I mean, it looks like he's a little bit inconsistent the way he's gone up since the beginning of this GM mode, I guess, around here. So he had 28 goals, 16 and 31. I think we can at least get 30 goals out of him. I'd be happy with that. Maybe 40, maybe 50. I don't know. We'll see with him, but he's a really good power play guy. It looks like he got 18 points last year. So with Vancouver, they had a big year with Brock Besser, and I think we can get a big year out of him. Actually, let's take a look at his playoff stats. How he's done in the playoffs? Twice he's been in the playoffs. Yeah, probably could be a little better, but we'll see how he does on our team. Hopefully our team is a good fit. So we have the two big snipers there in Laine and Besser. Let's take a look at financial-wise. I mean, we're going to replace Wenberg next year. Right now, we have $19 million in cap space. We're sitting pretty good for cap space. Whether or not we re-sign Strome or not, we'll have to see. If we do, it's not going to be a big contract, maybe 3 or 4 years. Hopefully for less than $5 million, maybe, or at least 5, maybe the 5.5 mark. Other than that, Honka won't be too big to re-sign. Yeah, you know what? Like we don't have to worry about anyone until. So the guys we have to worry about are in a few years here. So Laine in 2 years. Don't need to worry about Honka. I think Bootland, yeah, we have 3 years still of him with his UFA deal. In 2 years, we'll have to sign Pettersson, depending on how he does. So I think we're sitting pretty good cap wise. So I think we're tight. I think we're good, guys. So we don't need to get anybody else, I don't think. Let me just see what our contract situation looks like. 43 out of 50. I guess we can sign a couple of AHL guys, some rookies, maybe there's some young talent available here that we can just snag up for the AHL. This guy here, McLeod, 77 overall. Might as well. You never know. Only do 1 year deals with these guys, though. There's one for a center. Can we get a winger for the AHL here? Winger. We got defenseman. I mean, we can grab a D while we're here. A bunch of two-ways. There's some defensemen here. Let's grab Logan Stanley, I believe that is, for 1 year. I don't want to grab a two-way, but, you know, you never know with a two-way. So let's grab this guy. Brooke. Oh, he wants 1 year, $1 million. You know what? We have the cap space, so let's just give it to him. So we got 2D and a forward so far. I just wanted an offensive defenseman. Yeah, this guy. Wait, was he 49 overall? Absolutely not. Sorry. Did not see that. So let's just get another forward here. Do we have a winger for the AHL? No, he's going to want money. Spot check plays right wing. Center's right wing, so that's all right. 1 year. Here we go. So that's 4, which makes it 47. And I think we're okay with 47. If we need to sign anybody else, we'll sign someone at the beginning of the season to fill spots. So let's just sign or advance a few days here. Get all the AHL guys signed. So we got Logan Stanley guy, got McLeod, Brooke, spot check, perfect. All right. And now we just need to do the coaches. I believe we still need goalie coaches. Yeah, goalie coaches. For AHL and NHL, would love to have some goalie coaches going here. So let's check out the associates. Do we have goalies? Nope, no goalies. Do we have... Oh, no. We're doing scouts. Assistants. Do we have assistants with goalie? What the hell? Oh, there we have one there. Delorier. Do we have good teaching with you? B. For the NHL, I guess that's okay. Well, I'll only give you 3 years. And I'll give you up to 700K here. I'll give you NHL goalie coach, Alexandre Delorier, and then we need an AHL goalie coach. We got some here. Do we got any teachings of A? Or we got an A+ here. There we go. Perfect. For a lot of teams are interested in you, so I want you to lock you in 4 years. Let's give you the max contract. 700K for AHL goalie coach. Vesa Pakislati. Get your ass on the team. And it looks like we needed an AHL coach, but let me just advance to get the goalie coaches for sure. Deslaurier accepts. And Pakislati accepts. So we got both goalie coaches. Great. So let's just send it to the next season. So I'll just cut this out and meet you guys at the beginning of next season to do the line. So I'll be right back. All right, guys, we're back here at the beginning of the season. Let's get the lineups going and get everybody in and see what we got for chemistry. I am excited for this. So let's do it. So I need to get to the AHL, make sure everyone that needs to be up. Oh, Capobianco, 80 overall. A little bit of a late bloomer, but blossom into a 80 overall. So I'm just going to bring him up just in case, because if he can fit, I would love that. Ooh, Raw up to a 79. Would love him to get in there. Ooh, we got McLeod, who we signed as a free agent, now bumped up to a 4th liner. You know what? If we can bring these guys up, I'm gonna have too many people. We'll come back. Ooh, even Ladnia up to a 78. Now this is a depth forward. One more big year out of him, and I think he'll be another late bloomer. So let's go to the edit line screen here. Actually, make sure. Yeah, edit line screen here. I do wanted to make sure. Yeah, you know, there's some people here that could be sent down. Let's go to roster moves. I guess I gotta fix the lines already. Best lines it. I'll fix it after. Go to roster moves. Believe there's probably some people up here that don't need to be up here, like a Wallman, I believe. I don't think he needs to be up here. Defensive defenseman Jake Wallman, I believe he'd be in the AHL. Same with Phillip. Trent Frederick, you know, center power forward. Kind of want to keep him up. We'll see where he can maybe fit. But we'll send those two down, and then we can go to the AHL and get McLeod up and Jeremy Hua. Bring those guys up to see where they can fit on the team. So let's get to edit lines here and fix these up. Best lines that. Get to the NHL. Best lines that. And it put people in where they need to be. All right, so I believe Strome was line 2. Besser would be line 1. Which it looks like he fits well, so that's great. Lonnie was line 2, I believe. Oh, line 1. Whoa, so we got a line here. Or we can just move Strome up. Okay, so with I forgot the new coach. Lonnie, Strome, and Besser with that +3 is a very good sign. But as for Mr. Bootland, who is a power forward, oof, does not work on line 1 as a franchise player. But makes it a +3 if we move Besser off, which we're not going to do. So we'll keep Bootlin on line 3 for now. Lars Pettersson up to an 84 overall is a big boost. And he's the same with Bootlin, working better down below here. Nobody works well with them on line 3, though. I'm not going to put them in line 4, maybe. Okay, we'll work that out. Perlini now works on line 1, so Perlini actually might be an odd man out now. Stanika now works on line 1. Everybody working on line 1. Tage Thompson, line 2. Perfect. Greenway, line 1. Oh, we got a +5. We have a +5. Can Besser work on line 2? Maybe. But we have a +5. Can we switch Perlini around, get at least a +3 with anybody else? We cannot. We can get at least a +1. Okay. So I think Pettersson was the power forward, right? Yeah. Do we have a playmaker in the wings as a scratch player? McLeod's a two-way. He might work. Oh boy. The +5 is just, it's too good to not have. Like, that might help Greenway out, and that might help Lane out. Wenberg makes it a +5 up there. We get a +3 with anybody here. Perlini makes it a +1. Want to keep Tage Thompson there. Yeah, he works well here. Strome. Got a +1 going for Bootlin, which would help. But Peterson, +1 with McLeod. Is there anybody else that makes it a +1? No. Just Perlini might be the odd man out, unfortunately. Might have to move on for Mr. Perlini. I know it's a big, cheap contract. What did he do for us last year? 43 points. He's capable of getting at least 50. Greenway, what's up? It's the +5 that's doing it for me right now. Stromwart works a hell of a lot more on line 1, which I want. Bootland, I mean, he still gets the +1 with Besser here. Doesn't make it a +5 up here, though. But if we can get him going with Besser and Wenberg together, not a Pettersson, unfortunately, because of his power forwardness. Maybe now Thompson is an odd man out, because now we have a power forward, we have a sniper, we just need a playmaker to go here for Thompson. Fourth line we can keep the way this is here, I believe. Because Thompson now just... I mean, I can always just keep him here on the third line with Pettersson and Perlini. I know there's not a... Oh, we do get a +1 with McLeod. I'd much rather have Perlini up there, though. But we have 2 power forwards, which is making this line chemistry all wonky. Stanika. Or maybe we take Greenway off. I know it's just taking a lot, guys, but I want to get these lines perfect. Like, if we move... It's at the +5, though. Like, I think that would really benefit us, man. Like, I really think that would do great. But Stanika, with his trade value, I feel like he's being underutilized. If we put him on the 4th line, he works really well on the 1st line, but, like, he doesn't get a +5. Oh, man. And Peterson just... Oh, man. Maybe we move on from Stanika. If we can find a playmaker, a 3rd-line playmaker to get this line going, I think it would be all right. Yeah, it's just... We're going to do some work. We're going to need some work here. As for defense-wise... Sergachev, where did he work? The last pairing? Nurse worked 1st and 2nd. This was the new coach. Honka works the last pairing. So if we did... Yeah, Sergachev and Honka in the last pairing with a +3. Johansson... I'd love for him to work with Nurse. I hope we got him in Raw with a +3. Okay, so can't move Sergachev and Honka up. We got 3s going there. Zaboral and Nurse now. If we move Zaboral up there with Johansson, kind of want... If Walker can get going, I think he's good. I've seen him progress really well in other GM modes. Nurse just doesn't fit there anymore, but he does fit if we can get him here with Sergachev. At least that's a +3 going there. Honka can fit here as well. It's just not a +3. If we took Zaboral out and we put in like a Logan Stanley, that do anything? Oh, we got a +3. Perfect. 3s across the board. All right. So that's what I like to see. So I know the overalls are wonky in the setup here, but as for chemistry, this works out the best, so we'll keep them together. We just got to figure out this bottom 6 pairing here, and I think this is what we need to focus on. I'd love for this to get higher, though. Bootland, ashamed he doesn't work on the first 2 lines, which is going to probably be a problem going forward because I'd want him to... He's going to grow enough where he's going to need to play top 6 minutes. So Wenberg, the playmaker, and the sniper here. Besser works a lot better on the first line too, but doesn't give it the +5. Okay, so I'm going to work in the bottom pair and see what I can do best. I'm going to cut the video so it's not too long, so I'll be right back, guys. All right, guys, that took longer than expected, but I think we're going to go with these lines for the season. They're not perfect, but I think just based on the team we have, I had to change the coach and the line chemistry to best fit every line. This is what we're going to go with. We're going to go with Besser, Strome, and Lane on the first line. Just because, like, they just, all 3 of them work really well on that first line. I mean, I can always change Besser down, but, I mean, we signed him for the first line. Each of them work well on the first line, especially Lane. I cannot move him off the first line. If I move Besser to the second, you see, like, it goes down from there. I can always move him down for Perlini, but you can see on the right there, like, Perlini gets better, but Besser doesn't get better. I think we can really maximize these 3 with a +3 chemistry on that first line. Just have a really dominant first line. Second line is not bad, but I mean, it has the +1, but we're getting Bootland some time on the second line. I thought about maybe switching him down for Thompson on the third line, but I feel like because he's a medium franchise player and he's 83 already, he's going to be like an 86, 87 by the end of the year. So might as well keep him up in the top 6 and get him have a really productive year out of him, especially that shooting category. So I'm going to keep him up on the second line with Perlini and Wenberg. Perlini, I think we could be someone we could probably move on from maybe at the deadline. I'm thinking of, and we'll see what's available then. But Perlini is the type of sniper that we can move on from because he just fits on line 1. He doesn't have a place on line 1, so we can move on from him. I brought up Ivan Lania for line 2 to play with Stanika and Thompson. I think that'll work well. I know Thompson's another guy we can look at maybe moving on from. He does work on the second line. Works more well on the sorry. He's going on the third line. Works well on the second line, but I think he's just a guy we can move on from as well. Stanika I'll keep there. Pettersson, unfortunately, just a tough draw for him with his line chemistry fit. The second or it's the third and fourth lines where he's probably going to end up, but it's a good thing because he's not really the fastest guy on the team. If you take a look at the skating category. Really slow guy. You can he's really known for his strength. I mean, look at his shooting and physical category. So I think he's going to be a perfect bottom 6 guy, a really high overall bottom 6 guy for us. Maybe we move him on into the top 6 or the third line eventually. And then Donato and Phillips on the wings there. And then your AHL squad, that's what it looks like for the forward lines. I got a bunch of +3 chemistry in there. A bunch of +3 chemistries. God, I can't even talk English there. Defense-wise, we got Johansson and Roy with Stanley, Honka, Nurse, and Sergachev with the +3s. And then as for the special teams and such, we get able to get a +5 with Besser, Strome, Wenberg, Roy, and Lane together. And then +1, it was tough to get more than a +1 here in the second pairing, but at least we got Pettersson and Butland in there who have pretty good shooting categories that can really help us out on the power play. So I think that's a good idea to keep them together with Stanika, Perlini, Lania with the other 3 on that line. Again, chemistry across the board for special teams everywhere. So I think we're going to have a pretty decent season. I think it's a pretty good lineup to roll with. So without further ado, don't need to talk anymore. We're just going to hit that fast forward button with the funny music you guys all love. So let's get right to the trade deadline at least and see where our team ends up. So I'll be right back. All right, guys, we're back, and we're here at the trade deadline. Not the greatest season as I expected, but 4th place. Nevertheless, let's take a look and see how the team's doing. I'm going to go and assume that has something to do with the goalie. I was thinking about it while I was sitting there going, I didn't really take a look at the goalie situation. But let's just see how the team's doing. Forward-wise, Patrick Laine and Brock Besser lead the way. 2 top snipers on that team. I mean, these guys are probably going to finish with at least close to 40 goals each, it looks like, which is amazing. So that's what I like to see out of that. Ryan Strome there. Butland with 24 goals in his first year, up to an 85. Like I said, he's just going to grow, so it was good to keep him there on that second line. But it looks like that second line might be a problem, it looks like, with Perlini, Butland, and Wenberg, because they are a very big negative. So maybe we move Butland down for the rest of the year, and we move Thompson up just to save us there a little bit. Other than that, yeah, it just kind of looks like our bottom 6 are falling off a little bit. Lucas Johansson and who's he paired with? Stanley are not looking the greatest right now. That -14 is huge. Same with Jeremy Waugh. I expected a little bit more out of him. Is he at least growing? Not getting any growth out of him. Goalie-wise, let's see what the problem is. Well, I mean, Sorrow's not the greatest record. Gustin has a little bit of a better record from the less games, but his save percentage is horrible, and the goals against average are not great. So maybe if we tweak things up front, maybe it'll help them out a little bit. Saros, though, not a good look. I mean, maybe we just get rid of Saros and we let Gustin have the reins. I mean, he's a starter now. 83 is not bad. So maybe we let Gustin start and we move on from Saros. It's one thing we could do. But I think I don't know. I don't think we need to do much. I mean, I could see what's out there. Just to end off the video here. We're going to be conservative buyers, yeah. Let's not enter. Oh, yeah, so we're going to go right into the deadline here. So we might as well go right into the deadline. The video might be longer than others, but that's all right. So let's enter the trade deadline and see what we got. Jay Gensel is available. 1 year left. I like that already. Maybe he can be a good replacement for Perlini. Can he fit on that second line? Line 3. But if we can just throw him on the second line for 1 year, I think that would be a suitable replacement for Perlini and a good playoff boost for us. You know what? Let's try to make a deal here. Let's see if we can get it before someone else makes a deal for him. So we would trade up Perlini straight up. Ooh, guys, Perlini have like no trade value. That's going to be a tough situation here. Unsigned talent. Not going to trade Yonkman. Don't really have much unsigned players to go with here. Ooh, boy. Radulov could be a guy, maybe. I don't want to trade a center playmaker. Kvapil, since he's not really playing, I throw him in there. What do we got so far? Can I just go through like that before the trade? I don't want anyone. Okay, so let me look down the bottom. Okay, no. Okay, so no one's going after Gensel just yet. Maybe the third round pick from 2 years from now. Can that boost it up a little bit? No. Okay. Oh god, this is gonna be tough. This is gonna be tough. Yeah, you know what? I don't think we're gonna be able to get Gensel. I don't want to give up anybody else. Pellich, no, I don't want to give up him. I kind of want to see who he turns out. So we're just gonna move on from Gensel. It's just not gonna work out. Coyotes trade with the Canadians. Do we have any other snipers? Connor Garland. Here's another guy. Right away, we can look at see if Connor Garland works out here. He works on line 2. Perfect fit. So there you go. Connor Garland. Let's give it a shot. So let's get Perlini. See if we can get this done. I don't want anyone to trade for him. Ooh, God, the time on this one. Kvapil and Perlini. Straight up. Does that work right away? No. But for Connor Garland, I'm willing to throw in. Oh, no. Someone traded. Oh. Is that what that means? Did someone trade? No, okay, he's there. Okay, I thought it means someone traded. So that was a trade offer coming in. Oh, God. I hate how that ruins that. But, of course, another bug in EA. What else is new here? Okay. Perlini. There he is. Let's get draft picks going here. Draft picks. Let's get the third round pick from 2 years from now. Does that package work for Connor Garland? Trade accepted. All right, we were able to snag Connor Garland, guys. The second Perlini and Kvapil traded away to the Coyotes, and we got a replacement for Brendan Perlini on that second line. Hopefully that helps them out. Other than that, I don't really see anybody else. 1 year left with Lindholm. He's sold. See who's available. Okay, 1 year left with Blake Wheeler. Barbashev 2, Bennett 1. Two-way playmaker. Evgeny Malkin. Oh, did someone just trade for him? Nope. Chicago trades with Pittsburgh for Gensel, so Gensel's gone to Chicago. Evgeny Malkin will be sweet in the bottom. Kind of want to see where he fits. Does he fit in the bottom pair? We have to get them to eat some cap. I think that's one thing, too. Fits in the bottom 6. To get an Evgeny Malkin? And he would replace a... who? Like, Stanika. Don't want to give him up. Strome is up there with Wenberg. No one would be able to move up on the second line because I don't think Stanika works on the second line. No, not really. Not really. I mean, you can always play wing down in the bottom 6. That's one thing we could do. So it would we trade a Donato. All right, he'd be one guy we trade away. Yeah, it would be like a Donato. And then is there somebody that we could add in here? Not going to give up a Pellich. Really don't have much. I'm not giving up a goalie. I mean, we have one of the unsigned goalies, the medium elite guys. I mean, we have a lot of goalie. I think we can spare one. So Bobkov. So that's a lot of trade value, but it's because we're going to get them to eat some cap here. Get them at least to eat 50% of that cap for 1 year. That would be great. So 50% of that cap, we're giving a prospect goalie in Donato. Does that go through for Geno Malkin? It does. Geno Malkin, welcome to the Kraken. And we are building up, boys, on this trade deadline, acquiring Connor Garland and now Evgeny Malkin to the bottom 6 to help us on this playoff run that we're trying to push for. Other than that, don't see really anyone else I want to go for. Phil Kessel. I mean, that would be funny, but I can't really see who you replace. I can't, for the life of me, I can't really think of anyone off the top of my head. So I think we're good. I don't think we need to get anybody else here. I think we might be okay for, oh God, Anze Kopitar. For the bottom pair there, or the bottom 6. We could look for a defenseman. I think that was one thing we could look for. Let's just see what D are out there. So we're getting a bunch of trades coming in. Pavel Buchnevich went to the Florida Panthers. Centerman. Let's see what defensemen are available right now. Got Chris Letang for 1 year. No. Giordano too old. These guys are really old. Tanev wouldn't be too bad. Edmondson, no. I don't think there's really any good defensemen. Shillington, only an 80. Jeremy Watt. Wait, why? Apparently we have him on the block. Yeah, there really isn't a lot of defensemen. Looks like in the trade deadline this year. Shea Weber who's now down to a 78. Oh boy, yeah, no one really else. Okay, well, that's gonna do it for the trade deadline, guys. We went and acquired Geno Malkin and Connor Garland. So let's get them into the lineup and see what we have for chemistry with them added. So let's go to, okay, we Danton Heinen on waivers. Really? It's on forward line too. I wouldn't mind claiming him. He's only a 1-year contract for some playoff depth. All right, I'll claim Danton Heinen. All right, I'll take that. So now, Bootlin is now on the 3rd line. So they messed all the lines up because of those. Did they? Why does it have to do that? Oh my God! Literally, the lines are all messed up now. God, let me fix this, guys, quickly. Winberg was here on line 2 with Bootland. It made it a +3, so at least got another +3 here. Or we thought about moving him to the 3rd line. Where's Malkin fit the best? Oh, God, he fits in the top. Even though he said bottom, he fits in the top. Wouldn't that be something? Put him on the 2nd line. Geno Malkin. God, that'd be funny. I don't know. Well, look at this. We got a +1 with these 3 together. Stanek I still want playing though. Yeah, I still want playing. Get Malkin at least here. So we move Bootland down to help out. Bootland when you're. Greenway wasn't playing. Wasn't he scratched? Lania. It was Lania who was playing. That's what I'm missing here. Okay. I kind of want to put I kind of want to put Malkin, man. Or put him between Besser and Lane. Like, can you imagine this? 3 snipers together? Or with a playmaker with Malkin in the middle? Oh, God. This is just craziness. I put Malkin between Bootland and Garland. And we at least have Stanika playing with Lania. Because Lania hasn't been doing that bad. Could we move down, though, if we wanted to move Wenberg up to at least get that going. Oh, God. I think the freaking... The deadline acquisitions may just moved all the lines everywhere and it screwed everything up. So now I'm going to have to go through the power plays and fix all that, too. But I think I'm good with going with this into for a playoff run. And then we'll fix... Obviously, the lines will be fixed in the playoffs. But to get to the playoffs, I think I'm comfortable with this. I think that would work. So we're going to go with that. I'll fix the lineups too by the next video, guys. So make sure you're hitting the like button. Leave me down your comments below. Subscribe to the channel, and I'll be back hopefully soon with another video to get the playoff run going and the playoff footage, hopefully, for the Seattle Kraken and right here on the NHL GM Mode Commentary Series on the Armchair GMs Sports Network. I'll see you next time.